We have a Cage Warriors welterweight title on the line. Introducing firstly, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Platinum Hybrid, Henri. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Tsunami Gym Cambridge, is Dean Glencross.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final title fight, a welterweight amateur contest. Henri, the white-red Venom shorts, fighting out of the blue corner, taking on Dean Glencross, fighting out of Tsunami Gym. 4-0 Glencross, taking on the 5-3 Henri.
You know, we've seen Dean quite a few times. His biggest thing is what exactly he's doing right now. He's going to slow the pace down. He's going to control where the fight takes place at inside the cage. If you notice, he's brought him back right to his corner, so he's sitting there listening to John McGuire as McGuire tells him what he needs to do.
Nice turn there by Henri. Certainly physically, it's a tale of two different body types.
Nice knee right up the center, though.
Oh.
Smart move to get it back. Fake the knee, fake the knee, fake the knee, and then back trip.
And comfortably in side control here.
Yeah, he'd be looking to move to that crucifix. The biggest problem behind it is because he's right up against that cage. You can't really get that good sprawl out crucifix position. You want to be able to extend the far arm out so that when you're throwing down those punches, you like that knee to the belly. Huh?
I really did.
I saw you smile all of a sudden.
I did smile. Yeah. starting to find a home for some of that ground and pound as he crucifixes the arm.
And notice how he's trying to turn the body as well, because he realized, okay, if I crucifix him right up against the cage, there's nothing I can do. I can't rain down the kind of punches I want to. Dean's got to move. I mean, he's got to realize that where he's at right now, he's losing this fight. He has no opportunity for any kind of submission. He needs to start to try to move his hips out. Let's get back to some sort of base, whether it's guard or start to butterfly guard to push those hips away.
Again, stand-ups have come fast and furious here. So,
but he is trying now. See that he's moved those hips. He's got that arm locked in, and he's really going for that triangle choke.
And again, Glencross doesn't mind the grind.
Now
this is the way he'd choose to fight.
He'll embrace the grind, whereas Dimitri's trying to figure out, okay, what do I do not to get caught in this triangle right here? Okay, I got to keep my hand in. Okay, now he's looking at his coaches to try to get an idea of which direction I should go in.
Having a conversation with his coaches.
Yeah, and he's answering him. He's looking right at him. He's telling him, I'm fine. It's okay. No, my arm's okay. Oh, okay. Okay, just sit right here. That's fine. How much time do you got?
Stand up from here, though, can there?
No.
Like, I thought for a moment referee had threatened without action there was going to be a stand-up. But
No. I think he was just securing to make sure that the arm was good.
End of the first.
Now, here's the interesting question, because I'm not sure Dimitri actually wanted to be in this position, i.e. the rolling around, the grappling. He was kind of forced into it because when he was trying to fake those knees, he was able to clip out, get that quick trip, and then kind of work the offense from there. Where does he go from here? From Dimitri's perspective, I'm thinking, okay, I'm on top. I'm fine. I can continue to do damage. But Glencross was throwing up those submissions throughout the entire time he was trying to do it. He's got to be really, really conscious of what he's doing.
3 3-minute rounds, though. He can ride rounds out like that and walk home with a title.
Exactly. So Dean's got to make sure that if he's on bottom, he's moving. Best bet would be actually to take the shot himself in a secure top position. We've seen him in top position and know what he can do. So with those fast stand-ups that have been happening, you've got to make every top game you have count.
Absolutely. Our second round's underway. Oh! Dimitri Henri with a kick to the body that felled me outside the cage.
Now, it might have woke up Dean a bit, but I don't know if Dean really wanted to be woken up in that way.
I could think of a nicer alarm than that.
Going for that outside leg lace. Good hips by Dimitri, but he takes a knee right down the gullet.
Another nice knee to the body there, but
great turn.
And another, and another.
These guys are fighting for cage control. Now, we know that Glencross does not want to be exactly where he's at now because we knew what happened in the first.
Yep. I look to try and maybe get a hip toss in.
Yeah, a quick little throw, which was smart. I mean, you fake it, and you might get the opportunity to be able to get out from where you're at now.
Henri landed another short little knee to the body there, and Glencross reacted. Hand went down.
Well, see, the thing is now with Dimitri is he's got 2 overhooks. Glenn's got 2 underhooks. Glenn has the cage at his back, but it doesn't matter. He can change levels and try and finish this body lock. He just has to commit to it.
I mean, this really is starting to embrace the grind here.
Right now, if I'm knowing McGuire how I do, he's telling him to switch off to a single and just dump him real quick.
Henri doing very well, though, keeping that wide, firm base, just refusing to let Glencross draw his hips in.
He's trying to lift that double without his hands locked, and that's really, really difficult to do, especially when somebody has an underhook. What he needs to do is switch off to that single leg.
He uses that whizzer nice. Oh! And follows it with a knee to the body. Henri just didn't want to stay there.
No, I think at this point he's like, okay, if this is the fight that you want, this is the fight I'm going to give you. And he continues to throw those knees up inside.
Pressuring Glencross up against the cage.
Glencross throwing his own knees. what they say, the best defense is always, again with that back trip.
And has he into the half guard? But he's got some posture there.
Oh, throwing the punches. Glencross doesn't wait for the break, but tries to stand up on his own.
Trying to lock that Kimura up.
Yeah, but against the cage there, he doesn't have very much places to go with it.
And that's the end of the second round. And all of a sudden, Dean Glencross looks like he's got it all to do in the third.
So, where we're at, we know exactly what Dimitri knows or has to do in order to win this. All he has to do is get either double unders or even over under, and he's got that back trip. It was there in the first, it'll be there. It was there in the second, it'll be there in the third.
Glencross, I think, has to look for a finish.
He's got to step out of his comfort zone. He can't embrace the grind now. This isn't about getting 4 wins all by decision. This is a stoppage. He needs to figure out a way to finish this guy, be it knockout or submission, and he has 3 minutes to try to figure it out.
Well,
McGuire's telling him that right now, smacking in the face, telling him, okay, let's get your head on, let's do this right.
Corners are being cleared out as we get ready for this, our third and final round in this Cage Warriors Academy Southeast Amateur Welterweight title fight. Hello. It's been a long day. Title fight.
We're only 29 fights in. Come on now.
Dean I can't even speak now. Dean Glencross, Tsunami Gym's representative in the red corner. 3 minutes to turn this fight around.
Now, Dimitri, I'm just fighting smart. All right, I'm keeping my chin tucked, keeping that shoulder nice and high, throwing some straight punches, take advantage of any mistakes that Dean makes.
Yeah, you got to imagine that that Henri doesn't have to look for the finish. Looks like he is, but
yeah, you know, he wants to win the title. Okay, so he's going in there looking for a finish.
Gonna start a bit of clinch work, but Henri forces Glencross up against the cage again.
Turns around, looks at his corner to confirm that that's what they wanted him, that's exactly what he was supposed to do. They shook their head yes, he goes right back to it.
Yeah, he's just staying busy with the pressure at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, keeps him pushing up against the cage, having to hold his weight.
Got a
glove issue.
Got
here
a
real
glove
quick.
issue.
Let's fix this and then go back right to the same exact position. And
is he caught up in the hair?
yeah, there we go. Oh.
And now we started up again. Got to tell you, the patience of both fighters there as they're paying attention to their, where the hand was, just let me hit him.
Nah, and that's one of those things too. Is you mimic this so many times in training from so many different positions that you remember where your hands are at. You remember this and that. And most guys aren't chumps. They don't try and get an unfair advantage and cheat or something like that. So. It's a good show. It was a good show of sportsmanship.
Henri saw, his takedown defense here up against the cage has been phenomenal.
He's been keeping a very wide base, and if you notice what he's doing is every time you think that, okay, maybe Glencross could actually get it done, he's dropping his hips down and then pulling the arms up as he stands up.
Glencross throws a knee to the body, but Henri fires one back and a little combination there. Oh.
Knee to the head.
Knee to the head. Referee sends him to a neutral corner.
As I said beforehand, Dean is a zombie. I don't think that affected him in any way, shape, or form.
No, knee in the head. Taking the point. Now,
I don't think he could get a 10-8 out of this to make it a draw, but there is that possibility now.
Well, you just, how much time's left, and can Glencross do enough to convince the judges that a draw is a fair result?
I mean, to get a 10-8 round, he's going to have to drop him at least once.
And instead, he opened up with the kicks, but Henri caught it, dumps him, and going to make sure that that point deduction cost him nothing is what he's trying to do, I think.
Yeah, and Dean's holding on for dear life here, but Dimitri's just moving. He's throwing punches until this ends.
And absolutely, I don't think the deduction will make much of a difference to the decision, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, for my score across the board, that was easily 3 rounds to none.
I would agree.
I mean, Dimitri did exactly what he needed to do in each of those rounds. He was aggressive, assertive, and never got reckless.
Absolutely. I was happy to play Glencross at the grind game when necessary. Well, that was our final title fight before our amateur flyweight tournament
ladies
final.
and gentlemen, can we
Well,
have
let's
both
give it to
fighters
the
to the
MC.
center of the cage, please? After 3 rounds, our cage warriors, welterweight, Southern and Eastern area champion is in the blue corner, Dimitri Henri.
Thank you.